All right, everybody. Thank you for joining us for our Tri-State Trends podcast. I got my man Carlos Reynoso, president of FFL Motion, and he is definitely moving in the right direction. We're talking about his agency that's growing and the trends that he's putting into place to help it to grow. So, Carlos, how you doing, brother?
I'm doing fantastic, brother. Thank you for having me here, brother. Appreciate it.
I'm excited to have you here. The one thing that I noticed about 2023 for you is if it's 7:30 in the morning, you're sitting in a chair in the office.
I'm here.
That's serious commitment because you're probably the first one here every day, agent-wise. What changed for you that allowed for you to have like that? I mean, obviously you always had work ethic and discipline, but something changed.
Correct.
Some type of commitment you made or something went off and said, all right, playtime's over.
Correct. Well, I saw a lot of people succeeding, and I kind of saw myself kind of staying behind a little bit. And I noticed that I wasn't really all in. I had a one-on-one with myself, and I really saw that I wasn't all in. I was probably 80 or 90% in, but not all in. And if you're going to do the business, you have to really be all in. So I decided 2023, I'm all in.
And when you say all in, why don't we get a little more granular? Because
Got you.
there's somebody that's in your position right now or that was in your position that thought they were all in or they were, and you had this one-on-one with yourself. What does all in look like for you in FFL Motion?
Got you. Well, all in, what does it really means to be all in? All in means to be early at the office, start dialing at 8. Don't take, dial all day and don't take all day to dial. Be present with your team. When they need anything, you are there for them. When it comes to training, you're there for them. When it comes to social media, you have to be present on social media. You have to be present on all aspect of your business. You have to be present, 100%.
I love it. Well, I'm seeing that. And now we're seeing the growth. And you came up to me, 3 weeks ago, you looked me in the eyes and you said, we're going to be helping 500 families by the summer.
And we will.
No doubt. But not only did you say that, every time you see me, you put your fist in the air, and I think you put up a 5, which represents we're going to get there, brother.
Correct.
If you want to remind me to remind yourself to remind me. So these are good habits, though. These are winning habits. This is like saying, hey, not only is this my goal, I'm going to put it out there for people to hear it, and I'm going to hold myself accountable by saying it every day. Let's talk about some of those habits that your rituals right now are really strong. Can you share some of this?
Absolutely.
And your mindset behind it?
Absolutely. So you know what? I was doing before what I said that I wasn't supposed to be doing. And I didn't know I was doing it, and I had to catch myself doing it so I could correct that habit, that bad habit that I had. I was confusing moving a lot with progress. So, I had to put a couple of things into place so I know that I was moving. Like you always told me, like you brought me to the business, and you were always telling me, keep track of your numbers, keep track of your numbers. And I thought I was doing it, but I wasn't. Was I really? Not really. So I really started taking handle of my business, really keep track of all my numbers. Where was I weak? Where was I strong? So I can dedicate time, on my weakness to make them, to be strong on those areas of the business. So some of my things that I do at 4:30, 5 o'clock, I'm up. I pray, I do my meditations, my affirmations, go to the gym, a couple of hours, come here. I'm here by 7:20, 7:30. Sometimes I'm the first here. Sometimes I'm the first out of everybody. So those are some of the things that people got to put into place if they want to be successful in the business. They have to be all in.
Yeah, it makes sense, and that's huge. And those affirmations, those things you're reminding yourself of daily. But let's talk about the unit. Obviously, in order for you to have a growing group, you have to have recruiting habits.
Absolutely.
You have to have onboarding processes that work.
Absolutely.
And then training that works, and then watching people grow. What's happening inside your unit? What are some things that you're instilling into your processes and the way you recruit that's making this happen?
Something that I learned is that you cannot do everything yourself. You have to, in this business, you have to duplicate yourself. You have to. And if your team is not working, it's not because of the team, it's because of you. So you have to realize that. So some of the things that I'm doing, I was really camera shy per se, social media. I hated doing videos. I was like, nah, I'm just gonna stay away from that. I'm gonna let some people my team do it, but not me. Well, everybody that's growing, they attacking social media. They doing videos. So guess what? That's what I'm gonna be doing. So 2023, gloves are off. I'm all in. I'm doing videos, maybe 2 to 3 videos a week. I'm gonna step it up to 5 videos a week. I'm doing motivational speeches online. I'm attacking LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook. Man, once I started doing that, people are reaching out to me for policies. People are reaching out to me to join the team. It's crazy, and I'm teaching that to my team. They doing that. They taking it in, and it's just booming, man. I'm shocked.
That's not shocking to me, but I think it's awesome. But why it's shocking to you is because you didn't want to do it.
Because I didn't want to do it. Correct.
I didn't want to do it either.
Correct.
Because the last thing I wanted to do was become a public figure, right? The last thing I wanted to do.
Correct.
And public doesn't mean I'm running for senator or I'm some type of hip hop artist or anything like that. It just means I'm out there in the public on a regular basis through the forms of these platforms and looking to deliver a message that is hopefully beneficial to somebody.
Correct.
So how did you get uncomfortable? Because I know it wasn't easy for me. So someone out there is struggling with the same exact thing. I remember turning on the camera and just being like aggravated.
Correct.
And then I remember shooting a whole series of stuff that never recorded. The camera's on me. I'm giving it everything I got. I hate it.
Correct.
And we didn't record. I was livid when I realized it didn't record. Because I'm like, I don't even want to do this. So for me, it was very uncomfortable. Like,
Correct.
It took me 2 weeks to re-record that shoot.
Correct.
Just to come down from the fact that I didn't want to do it, the fact that I gave it everything I had, and the fact that it did not record. So I was a complete imbecile at this. But when you transitioned into this and started doing it,
Correct.
talk about that transition and the uncomfortability and then working through that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So I like to win. I'm very competitive. And yes, as a Christian, I like people to, I like to see people winning. But let's be real, Mark. If you see people winning that were behind you, you're going to feel some type of way. That's just reality. That's just as human.
Yeah.
If you have that competitive edge, if you have that lion mentality, and people are just passing you, you have to feel some type of way. And if you do not, then you don't have that killer edge, that killer mentality. So this is what I told myself. Look, you've been here for this long, and you have this person, and this person. They just zooming through you. What are you gonna do about it?
Right.
So I got, in a friendly way, I got some people on that, on target. Okay, this person, I gotta be doing better than this person by this day. I got to be doing better than this person by this day. And listen, it's all friendly competition.
Sure.
But you have to bring that out, because if not, then you're just going to stay behind. That's all. That's it.
Yeah. So if I think what you're saying is that you forced your way
Absolutely.
into, in other words, the competition got you uncomfortable.
Absolutely.
To the point where you had to force your way to compete a different way.
Absolutely. I was listening to Jim Rohn, and he was talking about what sense does it make if you have all the tools to build a house, but you don't build it. You know, so you always, and I told you this the other day, but you always come to mind when you said, "Listen, we have everything." When I found out that we got leads and that clients really want to be called and they want to be signed, and we have agents that we can recruit. Once I knew that, I knew this was for me. This is you talking. This is you talking. And you said, and then I knew I was not going to be denied. So I told myself, Carlos, you will not be denied.
That's what you say to me every day. I will not be denied. I know I might have said that a time or two, but I don't know where it came from. But that's good. It helps.
I'm in my head every day.
Love it. So what is going into practice to make sure you will not be denied? And I mean, you have agents. You're bringing them in.
Correct.
You are working with them. You're trying to bring more in. What are you doing to tangibly grow your business and grow your agency?
Commitment. You have to stay committed to growing. Something that, Trey Honeycutt told me that it really impacted me big is lots of people only focus on hiring an agent. Trey Honeycutt told me, not only hire agents, but hire agents that are recruiters. And that completely hit me, because now I'm hiring agents that are recruiting people, and we are growing tremendously because they're agents. They're doing what they're supposed to be doing. I'm teaching them the basics. We got to keep it within the basics. We got to be recruiting. We got to be doing the trainings. We got to stay writing. And then they doing the same thing, and they recruiting as well. We are bound to grow. We're bound to grow.
What are you guys going to finish March at? How many families protected in March?
March, we finishing, I believe it's going to be close to 200.
My man. So is that your best month ever?
Yes.
Record month. That's
month.
strong. Congratulations. That's huge. So what month are we going to be at 500 families?
June, July.
June, July. Okay. What needs to take place to ensure that? What needs to take place in the next 90 days to ensure 2.5 times growth?
Well, I got some things lined up already. We got some people coming from other agencies.
Yeah.
That's some of the things that are going to happen.
Different companies?
Correct. From different companies, correct. We have better training system. We put in place better work habits for the team. We kind of got away from focusing on doing this, doing that. Instead of saying that, we put in more positivity, within the team. So that's helping tremendously, and I think that's going to help us grow from 200,000 to 500,000 by the summer.
I love it. That's huge, man. Listen, I'm excited for what you got going on.
Thank you.
I know how focused you are on this, so I see only big things. Dare I ask you for a year-end goal? He's like, look, let me get through the summer.
Year-end goal.
In December, how many families do you want to have?
By December, I have... That'll be the last person I have on my hit list. I want to be probably 7.
Okay. 700 families protected by the last month of the year. That'd be a tremendous growth for FFL Motion, and it would put you on a trajectory to really, really crush it.
Thank you.
In 2024 from a multiplication standpoint. But make no mistake about it, the building blocks you're putting into play right now, Carlos, to get the result you're getting and to have your best month ever is no small feat. It speaks a lot to your ability to focus, hammer down, do the right things, and growth only comes from consistency in the right places.
Absolutely.
So that's happening, man. Congratulations. More big things to come from you, man. So I appreciate you jumping on with me. Tri-State Trending with my boy.
Love it.
C. Reynoso. Appreciate y'all for listening. Thanks, Carlos.
Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
God bless.